Hello guys, Zueljin here and welcome back to another episode on the HermitCraft ModSauce server. Y'all, I've been having so much fun lately. I've been exploring and getting cool stuff, and last time we left off, y'all, we had got the ME system to a reliable point, and one of the things that I've discovered as I've finished recording and went on some is that the power for these 3 chests are not sustainable in a regular method. As you can see right now, my ME chests are offline. I can't access them, and neither can I access my network. What I've been doing lately to access the network is just put a piece of coal in and get it started. Really ghetto setup, but now that I have access to it, a couple things that I think I need to do is really focus on getting power and getting out of this little hole. It's getting rather cramped, and I really need to move up to tier 4 in blood magic so that I can get my Serenade of the Nether power system online. That's the way that I'm going to be going, kind of the same way that I did in Monster, because it's so reliable and it really works well. But we're going to need a well of suffering and all of that good stuff, so I need to move. So what I've been thinking about is later slip. What I've been thinking about is really going out and finding a little nice spot, and I've been working on a little place right outside here, trying to keep it local and centralized, and I can go as high as I want, and that's my little place up there. Really haven't done much to it, only got the layout and the frame because I have some plans for it, and I'll talk about that now. What I think I'm going to do is set up like a little apothecary shop. An apothecary traditionally is a person that handles like medicine and potions and stuff like that, so I think it would be a nice thing for me to do some blood magic alchemy and be able to sell a few wares or do some trades, because as it is, people are looking for things like string and stuff, and I have the ability to courier quite a bit due to my abilities to fly. I think the only other person on the server that's capable of flying is Slipgator, and of course Spumwack has the Archimedes ship, so he can get around a little bit easier too. But I'm using the Sky Stone that I got from the meteorites that landed, and I am using this dark wood. Dark wood slabs is what I got so far from Natura. There's a couple of bugs with them, like you can't place stuff on top of them. For instance, that is a block that I can place, but I can't place a torch. I'll show you that. Because it's a half slab, it's like it doesn't work. Now these doors were a concern, and then I went and just put the regular wood underneath them, and now they work. So this is Carpenter's doors that I just textured with the dark wood's texture, and it looks good. So what I think I'm gonna do is build like a little storefront almost, and I'll go underground for my base. The interesting thing is, if you can see, there is a waypoint that is way down there, and that's a spawner room. It just happens to go right back there. You see that tower? That leads to a roguelike dungeon, and all the way down there's a room with a few spawners, and I can really capitalize on that with blood magic to fill my altar quickly. Now it's not an in-game deal because the spawner is only active when I'm near it, so it's going to be kind of fickle to make sure that that works well, but I think I'm going to be able to capitalize on it quite a bit before I get to the point that I can make my own spawners with soul shards reborn. So for now, this is the current layout. What I'm going to do is, since my storage is so portable, I'm probably going to build a deck right below this in probably the same amount of size, and I'm going to go down maybe probably about 7 blocks to build a room just this size. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do getting up and down yet. I don't really want to do stairs because that's so vanilla, so I don't know what's available in this mod pack, but I am gonna look around a little bit for ways to get up and down. And then I'm going to build a second floor, and this is going to be mostly for show and trade, so when people come in they can do their trades here, and then the rest of the build will be my base. And I don't know what I'm going to do up top yet, but I've got a few ideas. I want it to look like a magic shop, you know what I mean? Like in medieval times when you go in these towns and stuff, and they have these mystical shops that sell all kind of weird stuff for magic. That's what I want this place to look like. So I've got some decorating ideas that I'm going to try with it, with some carpenter blocks and some cool windows and stuff, and I'm really going to focus on the interior and some detail. So I'm going to get a little bit more accomplished, guys, dig out that stuff that I talked to y'all about below, and I'll show y'all some progress as I go. So guys, when I was building down here, or digging down here I guess I should say, I found something interesting. Now this is Secret Stone from Zelda Sword Skills. I apologize if it's a little dark, but basically what this stuff is it's unbreakable. Like I could hit it with my pick and it just says it's not effective. So what I need to do is just make sure that I can blow this out. Now, most of the time when you get to this type of stuff in the wild, what you'll see is two different types of dungeons. There's the type that actually has like a pin, what's called, in an entranceway, and you have to use a hammer that you can only obtain from the Zelda mod. You can get that by exploring dungeons and finding them in chests. Well, some of them you can explode with TNT or bombs, and this blood magic spell that I have should be able to do it. I've done it a number of times to different ones. If this is not a dungeon with a pin, I can get rid of it because it's right in my way. So let's try it. There it is. So it happens to have a locked chest in it, and I do not have a key for it, as you can hear the lock sound. But man, let me tell you, the last time I opened one of these chests, I got some fantastic loot. I can show you that now. Let's head up top here, and I'll show you. I'll show you what I got before I finish mining this out. If I can find my way out of here. By the way, I probably didn't mention this to you guys, but I am doing a little bit with Tinker's tools. Now, I've only built the very basics. I built purely stone tools and added diamonds to the shovel and the pickaxe, only to increase their durability and their mining ability. So it's just enough to get me by. What I'm trying to do is work on trades that I can do, because there's a few of the hermits that are doing some crazy stuff with Tinkers, and I think being able to trade with them while I concentrate on something else is probably good for the community spirit. You know, it's economically compatible. So let me show you what I got from this last chest that I happened to open. I had found the key a while back and I just happened to run into it. Let's go ahead and drop a coin in the inventory machine and I can pull it up. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think it's there. I think it's, yes, it's this, the Deku leaf. So the Deku leaf is really, really cool. Let me see if I can do this where it won't mess stuff up. Let's go out front and I'll show you. So it makes like a whirlwind or a tornado effect. So if I just shoot it, really cool, huh? And I can actually do it to myself, and it's like it kind of lifts me up. Let's try it. See? It kind of pushed me up, and I float down ever so slightly. It's kind of cool. I'm not too sure what it does. If I shift click, it does kind of the same thing. I don't know, it kind of helps me levitate. But another thing that I noticed is it has the uncanny ability to clean out leaves. Really, really cool, huh? So the loot that you get from this mod is absolutely incredible. I'm going to continue digging, you guys, and get that space I talked about now, and we'll start working on the storefront. Alright, y'all, I made quite a bit of progress on the build. Relatively same front, except that I started working with these glass. If you'll notice, these are Carpenter's stairs, and you can actually make them go to the side like that. So I was able to use this completely. Now, I would have originally liked bluer glass, like the inside, but remember the open blocks that we used in Monster Series? Like, those aren't there anymore, so I can't use that really cool glass that I was using in there. But this just does give it some blue trim, so it's not that bad. I want to put some pillars and stuff up front, but it's getting to where that I really should focus on a little bit of blood magic as well. So I did a lot of work off camera last night, mostly messing around with the guys and just trying to get some stuff done. So I have a second floor put in here, and this is all set up, and I'll put my ME system in here, so it's no longer in the hole. I still have a few chests over there. We were having some problems with one of the chest mod, the better chests, so I stopped using those. I ended up crashing the server and stuff, but the ME system's pretty good. You see how this crafting terminal is right by a cable facade? These things are awesome because now the crafting terminals are panels and they fit in the same multi-block structure as the facade. So I just have my inscriber in here, and I didn't have a place to put the charger since it's not powered yet. So I could power it, but I decided against it. I decided to just keep it out here because I'm not going to really need it for a little while. Also, way down here, I am ready to go with Ritual. So I have, let's see, I have 36 ritual stones from blood magic, and I have my master ritual stone, or I had my master ritual stone. Where's it at? I hope, well, I may have left it down there. Let's see. Let's just take the air sigil down. Really scary to come down here. But I have my blood altar kind of just set up and ready to go. Now, I did go to tier 4 as well. You can see my large bloodstone bricks. I used my my setup to get a bound sword last night. I have that stored in a chest somewhere for safekeeping until I finish, but the mobs are starting to spawn, and last night we were having serious problems with mob spawning. Like, there was too much from these dungeons, so I'm not too sure what the deal was, but all in all, I think it's time that I just make a Well of Suffering. So my ritual is about to get online. Let's go ahead and see if I can place it on this level without any problems. Oh, except the suffocation. So am I out of ritual stones now? Yep, that should be it, actually. Yay! Enhanced portals updated. Sweet! That might mean I have to move my base again. Okay, so I do have a weak activation crystal. Let's see if we can just activate it. Energy flows through the well. I'm starting to kill him. Very nice. So I should be getting some blood. Let's see. I hear him dying down there. That's exactly what I wanted, you guys. Let's go up here and see. Yeah, I know it's ghetto. I want to use teleposers eventually, which is like the blood magic version of a teleporter. Okay, so let's see how we're looking with LP. Oh, I needed my divination sigil. Where's it at? Divination sigil. And I can put the blood altar back up on that level. There we go. Alright. So let's put this back up here and make sure that we're getting blood. Let's see, 8,500. So it's draining. Let's take it off and see what the altar does. 7282. It doesn't appear like it's taking any. 7282, 7320, 7320, 7472. So it is gaining passively, which is good. This will be a decent setup for a little while we get the shop set up, and then we can move the we can use that second floor where the ME system is for an enhanced portal to get back and forth to a place that we can really call a base. So this will still be a storefront. I just won't have a blood altar here. Maybe later, but I'm really scared to complicate things at spawn. Like with these spawns and stuff, it can get really bad. But let's just see what we can do right quick. So at 9866, so it is gaining quite a bit. Let's go down there and see if we can get a serious spawn rate going. I really don't want to lag up the server any, but where is my exit? I did have an exit somewhere around here. Oh, I see where it's at. Alright. Yep. Right there. Okay. So yeah, now I should just be able to come in here and you hear him. He's starting to take damage now. I can't really see, but I can check my divination sigil. 49,723. Let's wait until it actually runs out of the recharge from the blood. There we go. That's a lot slower pace. 435, 461, 507. Yeah, so it's still gaining, and it's a lot better than freaking using the self-sacrifice. This can increase drastically when I get my sacrifice runes. I have a few of them that are on the outside, you know, like 28 I think it is. So I don't have my entire rune, my altar decked out for them, but it'll work for now. Like, I didn't want to spend too much time or do too much without you guys. This is already an advancement enough from what I see. Already been playing around with a lot of spells too, and I think it's gonna work out pretty good. So what I need to do now, I guess, is get that storefront in order like I had said, And I think what I want to do is make like some columns, but I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use some sort of carpenter blocks or the carpenter's barriers, they call them, to do it. So let me play around with that a little bit and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I think I have it finished up as far as the storefront goes. So I was going to do a lot on camera, but I ended up taking a long time to do this and getting involved in some other stuff, but I think it came out really good. So at the top you see that spire, like that slope, that was done with collapsible carpenter blocks, and they keep the same textures whatever you put on them. So I ended up using the blue oak that I've been using. Well, not the blue oak, I call it blue oak because it looks like blue oak, but it's the collapsible carpenter blocks and the dark wood. So basically, if you haven't seen what carpenter blocks are, you can put this carpenter block down and apply a texture to it. Let's say like skystone. Okay, so we'll put skystone on it. Now it looks like skystone. I can take a carpenter's hammer and shape it as well. So I can make it a half slab, vertical, horizontal. I can also make the slabs on the top or the bottom. So it works out pretty well. That's kind of like what I did with this glass here. I don't know who broke my glass. It looks like somebody broke my glass, but I'll have to fix that. At any rate, these are carpenter's stairs, and that's why you got this neat outline, and this is the carpenter's barriers, and there's just a couple of different modifications that you can make with the hammer, just like this. So I have it like the little pillars, and I'm gonna do some sort of a porch, but these are the things that I got in my windows right now. I think I got a couple of spells that I had in my basement, but I think I want to do like some really cool stuff. Like when I find weird stuff, I think I'm just going to put it in there to showcase, especially if I don't want it. And when I collect a few more heads and stuff, I can put them in there with some skulls, like some skull candles. That would be cool, or some cool plants. Anyway, I'm just kind of experimenting with some ideas right now, but as you can tell, it's coming along pretty well. I'm really happy with it. So if I peek into what we were looking at just a while ago, which is my divination sigil, I can show you that I have like 75k life points. So I've been getting them regularly when I go down. So I can fill that altar up really fast, but I have to be down there, which means the scenario that we want is still not ideal. I didn't think it really through, but it's okay because I still got tier 4 and I can rip it up and move it, and the same thing with my ME system if I want. So I think this will function more as a temporary base, kind of like I was suggesting before, and just a storefront when I have my stuff. So I am gonna need to find and seek out a nice place to build, but right now it's coming along pretty good. Like I'm relatively happy with the design and stuff. Slip just showed me some stuff about enhanced portals that we have in the mod, and it's great because you can just use enhanced portals to get from one place to the other instantly. So I think I'm gonna set one of these up down here to where I can travel back and forth to whatever I find, and I think that's what I'm gonna work on doing next episode. I also want to get some sort of system up to where I can trade in here. I know it seems like it took a long time with the system, like this was a big setup pain, but it really wasn't. And I do want some sort of temporary, well, I do want some sort of spawn house or spawn presence, I guess. So this is going to be it. So I have some living quarters below with some inventory and stuff like that, maybe some chest management instead of the ME system, and up here will be the shop, and eventually I'll set some stuff up to sell. I don't know what the best method of that is, but I'd like to try a few different things for displays and stuff like that, maybe some of the neat signs that we have, and I'd also like to do something on the front. Another thing that I didn't show you guys is, check this out. These are the carpenter's pressure plates, and if you move on top of the carpenter's pressure plates, they just open up. Now if I shift right click with my hammer on the pressure plate, only activate for monsters, only activate for animals, activate for all entities, only activate for players is what I currently have them set at. And it's really cool because I can hide from monsters in here and there's no problem. So we should be really good to go. I put my gravestone in there. I think I really like it, and I hope you guys do too. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. So this video might be a little short, you guys, but I really want to get started in looking for a nice place to go so I can set up my altar and probably get a few more ritual stones online to do the Serenade of the Nether and stuff. That way when I do get set up, I can get my lava powered going and all of that good stuff. So that is going to be it for today, you guys. I hope y'all liked the video, and if y'all did, please hit the thumbs up. It really helps me out. And I guess we'll see you guys soon for some more mod sauce. This is Zueljin signing off. Have a good one.